Hey there to my 49 subscribers, my future subscribers, and all the people that secretly watch me without subscribing. If I mispronounce things in the video, I'm sorry. It's got a lot of things that I'm not totally positive about, but anyway, today I'm doing a video. Oh wait, before I do that, in a couple of days I'm going to update you guys on the lemon trees and the disaster that it turned into. So anyway, today I want to talk to you about Easter and the history behind it. There's a lot of misunderstandings and there's so much information about it that who knows. I mean, some of it's right, some of it's wrong, but I did my best to try to not be biased and try to figure out what's correct or what could be correct and different options of things that might be correct. So Easter is a holiday celebrated by Christians around the world to commemorate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. However, many of the traditions associated with Easter have roots that predate Christianity. Whether you follow the traditions or not is a personal choice. I personally believe that we can celebrate things in whatever way feels right to us. Ancient cultures around the world celebrated the arrival of spring with festivals and rituals. One of the most common symbols of spring was the egg, which represented fertility and a new life. Pagan cultures in Europe would paint and decorate eggs during their spring festivals, and some even believed that eggs had powers. This tradition was later adopted by Christians to symbolize the resurrection of Jesus, as the egg represents new life emerging from a shell, just as Jesus emerged from the tomb. Another explanation for this custom is that eggs were formerly a forbidden food during Lent, so people would paint and decorate them to mark the end of the period of penance and fasting, and then eat them on Easter as a celebration. And I remember many years ago reading about how eggs used to be decorated with images of crops and livestock. Then when they were buried, as a way to encourage new growth and health. So like if you wanted, say like you had a bunch of cows and you wanted them to be healthier, you'd draw a picture of a cow on an egg and bury it. So yeah. Martin Luther, not to be confused with Martin Luther King, was a key leader in the Protestant Reformation in the 1500s. He would have men hide eggs for women and children to find. It is believed that the joy the women and children experienced as they found eggs was meant to mimic the joy Mary Magdalene and the apostles felt when they found Jesus' tomb empty and realized he had risen. Let me pose real quick. The spotlight saw me take your pictures. The Easter Bunny, another popular symbol of Easter, has its roots in German folklore. The bunny was associated with the goddess of spring. Her name may be pronounced Istra or Ostra, depending on the area you are from. She symbolized new life and fertility, so the bunny was used as an earthly symbol of the same. The Pennsylvania Dutch of the 1700s continued the traditions of the Easter eggs and bunny when they came to America. They believed a hare called Oosterhaas would lay eggs in the grass. Children would build nests for it to lay in, then search for the eggs it left behind. Oosterhaas was eventually became their Easter bunny, who isn't known for its egg-laying capabilities, but the tradition of searching for his presence has stuck around. Let me pose real quick. The spotlight, so me take a picture. Okay. In the spring, it was customary to offer the goddess of spring breads, dumplings, and buns. These breads were often symbolically woven and braided and sometimes filled with magical eggs and blessed with sacred symbols. The symbols and markings of these breads included the crosses and sunwheels, which Saxons believed symbolized the cosmic balance of heaven and earth at the spring equinox. Some scholars believe the 4-quarter markings were associated with the lunar cycle, which seems plausible, as Easter is still set by the lunar calendar and always follows the first full moon after the spring equinox. One of these breads was hot cross buns. Christians adopted the buns as a symbol of the crucifixion of Jesus, with the cross on top representing the crucifix. The spices used in the buns were also said to represent the spices used to embalm Jesus' body. Some people say that spring cleaning is associated with Easter. The practice originated 3,000 years ago in ancient Persia, where it was customary to clean the home in preparation for the new year, which fell on the first day of spring. The translation of the tradition is shaking the house. It was believed that sweeping up dust and removing clutter from one's home would prevent ill fortune in the upcoming year. In Jewish custom, spring cleaning is linked to Passover in March or April, which marks the liberation of Jews from slavery in Egypt. Before the start of the holiday, a general cleaning takes place in order to remove anything that they are supposed to fast from. During the first 3 days of Holy Week, Easter house cleaning takes place in many Catholic communities. This is more than just another secular custom. Its purpose is to prepare the house for the blessing by the priest on Holy Saturday and is an outward sign of the inner newness of soul of the family. Several websites talk about spiritual cleansing. One site sums it up pretty good. It says to look for the big problems in your life and ask for forgiveness for them. It says to brush away the things that irritate you about others and invite the positive thoughts in. To think about the things that clutter up your mind and heart and let them go. And finally, to figure out what is missing in your life to make it more fulfilling. And bring those things into your life. In many parts of the world, it is tradition to light bonfires on or around Easter Sunday. This tradition dates back to pagan times when bonfires were lit to celebrate the arrival of spring and the end of winter. In some cultures, the bonfires were also seen as a way to ward off evil spirits. Today, the bonfires are sometimes associated with the resurrection of Jesus or the burning of Judas. In the 15th century, it's said that the term was originally called bane fire, bane meaning clean bones, and fire meaning no fury. So it was designed to cleanse the bones of negativity. But the spelling of bonfire is said to come from a combination of bone and fire. In some cultures, people jumped over the fires to ensure youth and fertility. And in other places, they lit the fires to ward off evil witches. While to some people these traditions may seem unrelated to the Christian holiday of Easter, they have become a part of the modern celebration of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. For Christians, Easter is the most important holiday of the year, as it celebrates the belief that Jesus rose from the dead and conquered death. Easter is celebrated in many ways around the world, from special church services to family gatherings and festive meals. So anyway, hopefully you find that a little interesting or entertaining or something. And I'll be back in a couple of days to talk to you about the trees and the catastrophe it turned into. So that's all for now. And I'll see you in a couple of days. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, whatever. And we'll see you later. Bye.
I know Jay-Z said but she a Brooklyn girl with the Jay-Z fetish, looking like beefsteak on meat, no lettuce. She lightweight famous if you let her tell it, okay. I'ma let her tell it. Her man mad at me, but he lightweight.